Hi Chantal. This is how you would add a rubric to a question in one of your test or quizzes. So right now I'm in your quiz that you administered yesterday, and I'm going to scroll down to that last question, number 11, which you said you wanted to add a rubric to. So I'm going to click over on the right on the little gear, and I'm going to say Edit. And when you edit, it's going to go back into the editing mode of that question. And so if you scroll down, you'll see it says rubric. And right now, there's no rubric attached to that specific question. So you have a few options. You can create a fresh one from new, or you can use one that you've already previously created, or that maybe someone shared with you. So the great thing is that if you make one that you like, you can always reuse it and it will become part of your options. So for this one, we'd say create new. And at this point, you can see that you have the options to add multiple criteria, multiple learning objectives, and you can customize it however you want. So here you would put your title. This one might be correct use of accents. You could change these to be in Spanish or French. If you would like, you can get rid of the points so that if you only want to have, let's say, 1, 2, 3 scale, you can change that, or you could just have the 2 scale or whatever works for you. And then, so let's see, we could say this one was the adding accents. You could add a description. Student correctly used accents in writing. We could add another criteria. This could be for correct use of pronouns, and then student correctly used pronouns. You could go in and customize these. Even though this one's 3, you can still have this one total 4. So you can go in. Some of the criteria can have different scoring techniques depending on how you want it to lay out. And then you'll see that down here, as you're adding the criteria and the grading scale, it's adding the total points. So once you've decided on what works best for you, you can say create. And when you create, I'll go back and delete this for you after. But now it's attached as an option for you. And at this point, you can click off if you don't want the students to see it. But if you want them to see it and how you're grading them, then you can leave it checked. And then it's created learning objectives. So you can see that one thing that you were assessing was adding accents, and one thing you were assessing was correct use of pronouns. So now when I say save, I'm going to go into your results. And when I'm going to go view by question so that I can look at just question 11 and view responses. And so now you'll notice that when I get to Malik's, in that box out of 7 points, I would click on the rubric. And here I just select what I think he got, and it totals it for you, so it would give him a 6. And I would do the same thing for Pavel. Click down here and I'm going to say, okay, he got 2 for adding accents, 1 for correct use of pronouns, total 3 out of 7, and say save. And that grade, when I say save, that grade automatically comes down here for you, and that will automatically go into the grade book factored in with the other quiz, the other questions on the quiz. So it's a great way to quickly grade open responses. Let me know if you have any other questions.